Alright folks, this is my shot at trying to show you guys how I make wire distributors. What you're going to need first, your distributor. Mine's glued to a safety pin, this makes it easier to hold. 30 gauge wire, this is also called wrapping wire. As you can see, I bundle mine up to try to get them somewhat in the pattern, and it makes them easier to glue in later. Also going to need pin vise, very important, everyone should have one. Need a 3/16 drill bit, which mine just happens to be in this convenient little handle. This is from X Mods, back whenever they were the big thing. Also need a 13/64 to get the next size up. It's easier to go from this to this and this to try to hog this out all at once. Also, you're going to need 5-minute epoxy. This is what I use. This is from Bob Smith Industries. You can find it all over the internet. As you can see, you can get it in different private labels. It's all the same, works great. So first things first, get your distributor. The easiest thing to do is to use a safety pin or a push pin or whatever and use that as a center punch. I've already done this one, as you can see. So we'll just get started with drilling. First, take your pin vise. Try to find my center punch here. Get that started. You want to drill kind of deep, maybe about the depth of the cap if you can. Try not to go through. Not really going to hurt anything, but it's just easier if you don't. So there's our pilot hole. Move up to our 3/16. Check our center, and we're a little off, but it's alright. Check our depth on that. It's not too bad. We'll step up to 13/64. Now I do this by hand. You can probably use a drill, a Dremel. I think one of the collets in my pin vise actually might be big enough for this too, but for the sake of time, we'll just do it this way. You just see we got a nice big hole in the middle of our distributor. Next, mix up some 5-minute epoxy real fast. Try to do this, stay in time. I just use little pieces of cardboard packaging or whatever I have laying around to mix it. Try to use something that it won't actually soak into. Also, for doing this, I mix the hardener just a little hotter. Helps it dry a little quicker. Mix our two parts up here. Get a good mix on them. Trust me, whenever they don't want to dry, it's a pain. Looks pretty good there. Just take our epoxy. If it wants to cooperate here, just fill the well. Little hole that we've created with epoxy. You can see it beat it up over the top just a little bit. So you can get that on camera there. This is my cell phone and my stand is not very professional. Take your wires. Kind of double check your pattern, if you will. Make sure they're all butted up flush, which they're not, obviously, since I'm recording. A nice little tight pattern here. Let's take it. As you can see, it's a little fiddly. Trying to fit 9 wires in one cap's a little rough. There we go. Got our nice little convenient clamps here. Grab a hold of that, let it sit. Maybe use something to brace it a little bit. Check that out. There we go. Wire distributor, we'll let it dry, touch up any paint. We can go ahead and mount it. For anyone that's wondering, it's actually going on this Hemi. This is a parts box motor that I just decided to fiddle with today. Let's make this video for you guys. Let me know what you think.